Hey guys, Ryan here with Night and Day Marine with another Marine Training Academy video for you. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to download a software update through Wi-Fi directly onto your display. So that way you don't have to go onto your computer, download it onto an SD card, and then load it in here. They've actually made it really simple to do. So let's go ahead and get started. Now first what we need is we need a little micro SD card that looks like this right here, as you can see. Now it needs to be 32 gigabytes or less. These displays can't use anything larger than that, so if it's like a 64 gig or 128 gig, it will not work. Now also, if you take one of these SD cards, let's say out of like a camera or a phone, you need to make sure that it hasn't been pre-formatted to work with something else. If you do, you'll have to put the card into your computer and format to make sure that it's a FAT32 format. Now I'll show you what you need to look for to make sure that it is in the correct format here in just one second. Now first what we're going to do is we're going to take our SD card and we're going to insert it into the display. So right here underneath the L, we're going to lift that up. We're going to take our card. Now as you see, it has the little metal tabs right there on the back. Now those are going to face outwards away from the display. So what we do is we just slide it in right there, push it in kind of with your nail till you hear it click. There we go. Now that it's in. All right, so the first thing we can do is we're going to go down here and we're going to go to storage. Now right now this is our pages screen, so we hit the pages button, brought up our pages screen. So like say you're on just a typical screen like this, we hit our pages, brings this up. Now right here we have our storage, so we're going to click storage. Now that pops up, and now we're on the screen right here. We're going to look for it to say memory card right there at the top. And now you can click on it, this little box right here on the left, and it's going to drop down. And a lot of times they're going to just say system volume information. If that's all it says, then great. That means that your card is ready to go. But if you see where it has like a bunch of mapping files on there, you don't want to use the card because you don't want to use a mapping card for it. And if it ever says something like DCIM, that means that that was kind of a formatted file designed for photos from like a camera or a phone. If you see that on here, you have to take that card out and go and reformat it on your computer. But if not, if we see that all it says is system volume information, or if it doesn't drop anything down at all and it just says memory card, then that means that we are good to go. So let's go ahead, let's exit back out of here. We're going to go to pages. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hit our little gear right up here in the top left hand corner for our settings. We'll hit that. Now on the left side we're going to kind of scroll it up here and we're going to go to wireless. So we click that right there. So when you see the screen here, you're going to notice where it says built-in Wi-Fi. You want to make sure that it's going to say on right here. Now it may say off and be kind of gray. If that's the case, you can just simply click right on that option right there. It'll pop up, it'll say that it's activating the Wi-Fi module, and it'll come and say that it's on. So then what we're going to do is we're going to click right here where it says Wi-Fi networks. It's going to pop up. And now you're going to scroll through here right on the bottom until you find the name of your Wi-Fi for at your house or wherever you're at. Now mine is this right here, this B46DB6. So what I do is I click on it. Now it pops right up. Now you're going to click right here to type in the Wi-Fi password. Now I have already typed in mine, so you're not going to see it on there, see me typing it in. But you'll literally just, if you click on it, it'll pop up. You can just type in. And now make sure that it is going to be case sensitive. So if it shows that it's uppercase or lowercase letters, make sure you type that in exactly how it shows up on the little sticker on the side of your modem. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to hit enter. Now I also like making sure that I check mark where it says remember this hotspot and connect automatically. So that way when I turn my unit back on while I'm at home, the unit will automatically connect to my Wi-Fi and I don't have to come back in here and do this again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click connect. All right, so when it's done, we can go up here and make sure that it says connected and internet access. If it says anything else like no internet, or if it doesn't pop up there at all, that means that it did not connect and you need to try it again. But now that we see that we are connected to our Wi-Fi, we can go ahead, we can just exit right out. Now on the left here, we're going to scroll up all the way to the top to right where it says system. So we click on system there. Now Again, on the right side, we're going to scroll to the bottom and we're going to go to About. Now on the screen, you can get a lot of really good information. Primarily, you can get where your serial number or barcode number is. Now, say if anything ever happens to your display and you need to send it into Lowrance, whenever you call them, the very first thing that they're going to ask you is what is that serial number or barcode number. So this is how you can find it on there. Now, as you see right here, it says software update available. I can literally just click right here and it's going to ask me if I want to download it. I'm going to say yes, I'm going to download. And now you can see it on the bottom, it's saying downloading software update. All right, so now it's gone off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check on that update here. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back. Now, if I go back into my storage right here, I can click on my transfers. And now I can see my software up downloading. And so again, if you missed that, what we did is we hit our Pages button. We just simply went to Storage right here on the left. And then we clicked on Transfers. And all right, as soon as this gets done here, I got to 100%. Now it's going to ask us if we want to restart our device. And so in order for a software update to run on the display, the unit is going to have to reset or restart it. It's just the same as if you downloaded the update onto an SD card from your computer and put it into the display. You would have to turn the unit off and then back on for it to run. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to hit restart. The unit is now restarting. We're going to give it just a moment here. All right, now that we can see it is actually validating the update. And as soon as that bar goes all the way across, the unit should just go ahead and load up normally. Now let's go ahead and give it a minute and let this update. Now this update, depending on how far back you are in the updates or how old the software is on your display, it will depend on how long it's going to take for it to run that update. Like if you're really far behind, if let's say you have an HDS Live and you've never updated it since you bought it, chances are it's going to take quite a while for this update to run. And it may actually even look like it has to update twice. Like you may get this loading bar here and it may load up and then it may just look like it resets and starts back over and does it again. Sometimes they had major updates on there that required for it to act like it's updating and to reboot twice. All right, so you can see down here at the bottom, update is being finalized. Do not power off the unit. If you were to power off at this point in time, it would be catastrophic. Chances are your unit would probably never work again. Now this here is probably going to take a minute, so just be patient with it. All right, so now it is done updating. We can go ahead and hit accept right here. Now I'm not going to run my connection right now, but now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to check on, make sure that it did run the update. So we're going to click on our Pages button up here. Now we're going to click our little settings gear at the top. And we're going to scroll back down to the bottom. We're going to click on About. And now you can see right up here, it shows that it's version 20.3 and the application number is 64.5.29. Now this does mean that it updated correctly, because if you didn't notice before when I showed you the screen the first time to show you how to actually do the update, you would notice that right there it said my version was 20.1 and the actual application number was 64.2.62. So that means that my update did update successfully, and now I can go ahead and I can use the unit as I normally would. Now you may notice a few extra little features that may have changed on the display as how it was working before. I would just go through, play with it. Most of the time they're just minor little things with it, and do your best to get a good understanding of your display so that you can get the most out of it. One last thing before I forget, if you want to see what changes were made with that software update, what you can do is you can go to Lowrance.com, then click on at the very top where it says Help and Support. On the next screen there in the center, you're going to click on where it says Software Updates. And then over in the little drop-down box, click on it, go through and select the unit that you have that you're updating the software for. For me, I am going to click on the Elite FS because that's the one that I just updated. And when you bring up that screen, it's going to show you all of the information that you need that is provided for that software update. So you can go through and look at it and see what changes were made, whether it's new features or if it's just random fixes or if it's anything at all that actually even affects you. But that's going to be it. Again, stay safe out there, guys, as always. I want you guys to be careful. It's always dangerous out there when you're on the water. Please go ahead, subscribe, comment below if you like the video, and I'll see you all next time.